Welcome to The Interval, a musical theatre podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about musicals that desperately need a pro shot or have ones that we can't watch. It's going to be one hell of a rant, and, maybe some producers will be listening and will give us these things for free. Enjoy! But first, some musical theatre news. Death Becomes Her has been spotted on TodayTix, the musical theatre ticket buying app slash website. If you don't know what that is, I'm impressed. If you go on there and you search in Death Becomes Her, it is on there as events in London. Now, it has not been announced. We have no inkling other than this that it is even coming to the UK. But maybe. Maybe. So keep your eye out, because that is the very, very popular story comedy from America, from Broadway, and it's been trending all over TikTok, and it's going to be very funny. On top of that, Tyler is ecstatic because Jamie Moscato announced his solo album, which is out right now. It has songs like Freeze Your Brain in it, and it's very, very good. Lastly, A Knight's Tale the musical. We've had a first look at its world premiere, telling the tale of a squire that lies and pretends like he is a knight so that he can win a jousting competition. It is currently in Manchester and is set to run until May the 10th. It looks very cool, it looks very funny, and hopefully, maybe, it'll come onto the West End soon. Would you like to explain what we are doing here today, Tyler?
Yeah, absolutely. Today we are talking all about pro shots, but we're specifically talking about musicals that either don't have pro shots, that makes us very sad, or some musicals that do have pro shots, but they've been locked away in a vault and they have not been released to the public.
Which is quite frankly should be made illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have 10, so don't worry. Don't need to strap in. This isn't going to be... Well, it might be long. It depends, because there's two that we're very passionate about. Both of us.
Can you guess what they are?
Are we that predictable? Yes, we are. But we're going to save... I think we save them till like mid, maybe last, because otherwise...
Okay.
All the passion is going to be right at the top.
Okay.
So, do you want to start with one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can go. So the first one I'm going to go for, which may be a bit controversial, because it's related to a pro shot that has just been filmed, but it's not that cast that I would like.
It's not controversial in this house. In this podcast, it's the correct choice.
Yeah. So I would have loved a pro shot of Hadestown, but specifically with the West End cast that originated the show when it came to the West End, for many reasons.
Reason number one, it's better.
Yep. Number two, the mixture of accents is the best thing in the whole world. You can't tell me that the majority of different American accents that they have on Broadway in that production is better to the ears than the delightful amount of British,
accents,
Irish,
and
Scottish, Welsh.
Give it to me. Inject Donal Finn's voice into my veins.
Yeah. You can't tell me that those American accents hold a candle to
They don't.
the British cast. So
Reason number three.
Melanie
Nabari.
Thank you, Jess.
Was that what you were going to say?
Yes, it was.
Amazing.
We've already established that this is our villain origin story.
Mm-hmm.
She is my Roman Empire. I have never used that meme. That's never come out of my mouth before, so I hope I'm using it correctly. But I think about her Hermes a lot.
It's so good. I absolutely love the OG Hermes, and I will say we both absolutely adore the OG cast. But
yes, and I can completely understand why they wanted to. So for anyone who is unaware, this will purely be from my mum. Because anyone else listening probably understands the context of
Yeah.
what we're talking about. The original cast of Hadestown they flew over to London in February to record a professional recording of the musical in the West End, which cut the current West End cast run short
Yeah.
because the original cast needed to come in and replace them for, I think it was 3 weeks, 4
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah, I think it was like a month.
Yeah, so a pro shot does exist, or it's probably still being edited, but
Yeah.
my point still stands. I would have preferred the West End cast. Reason number 4,
Okay, go on.
we do have the live album
Mm-hmm.
from the original West End cast, but so don't completely quote me on this because I might be wrong, but I did read it somewhere. Apparently, they had technical issues when it was recorded, and that's why it's like cut down a lot. So you don't get all the songs in that album. You only get like half, maybe less
Mm-hmm.
than half. So my point still stands because we've already got the original Broadway cast. You know, we've got the entirety of their songs on the original
We don't
cast
need
recording.
another one.
Exactly. Let the West
Yeah.
End cast do the whole thing.
Yep. That was, to be fair, that's what annoys me, is the fact that my favourite songs aren't on the West End cast recording. And I feel bad now because I was going to be like, they've missed out some. They didn't, obviously, it was technical issues. But, like, I wanted to see that so badly.
Yeah.
And we got, like, it's arguably worse that they turned around and went, here you go, have a few songs of the show you can't go and see, Jess and Tyler, because that's what they did. They did it for us specifically, obviously.
Yeah.
But you can't have all of them.
If you ever need to feel, I don't know, just happy or distracted for 5 minutes of your life, just listen to Road to Hell. And as soon as Melanie
yeah.
Labarre starts singing, you won't be able to do anything else.
Yep. Absolute. Like, we were robbed of an original West End pro shot.
Yeah.
We don't get very many original West End pro shots, to be fair. They're all Broadway, and that's also a side note. That's ridiculous.
No, that is true. The
Right.
one I can think of off the top of my head is Billy Elliot.
Yeah, but I mean that is a very British musical.
Thank you for coming to my Hadestown West End rant.
Yep. Next one, School of Rock. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Right. I'm biased because I'm interested in the Broadway version for one reason and one reason only. Bonus points if you can understand that it is in fact Alex Brightman. Anyway, we never got a pro shot of that musical. We have we have a full cast recording and it slaps. We have so much talent. I have seen the musical in not a pro shot, obviously. There is bootlegs out there. Give me a proper one. Why? There's no way this wasn't filmed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
Yeah, this is such a fun show. And the original film is one of my favourite films ever.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I could watch it maybe every single day of my life and still enjoy it. It's great. I remember seeing it in the cinema.
It's such a good... And to be fair, the musical is about... in my opinion, I'm so biased, it's horrendous. It's just as good. Like, there's so many good songs. It's so heartwarming and, like,
It's a really good adaptation, and I think what makes it even better was it was really surprising when it was announced. Like, I mean, you know, there are so many films that have been adapted into musicals, and you look at them and you think, oh yeah, that kind of makes sense. School of Rock is not one. You know,
No.
you watch that film and you wouldn't necessarily think, oh, this would translate well into musical theatre, even though there's a lot of music in the film.
Yeah, but it's not
But
a
it
musical
did.
as such, is it?
It's not.
Whereas, yeah, this one... And It's so good, this musical,
And
and
the talent of the
I was gonna
child
say
actors
showcase
is
that talent.
ridiculous. Like, I am sorry to any Matildas or Olivers
Or 13.
or or the cast of 13 the musical, which we will be revisiting shortly.
I'm so sorry.
But the kids in School of Rock, they have to be able to act, they have to be able to sing, and they're playing those instruments live every night. They're playing those instruments really, really, really well.
Really well.
And because I actually haven't seen a bootleg, so
I might have to send you it.
I did watch loads of videos of the original cast when they first came out. When they announced School of Rock, I remember it really clearly because I was on holiday in Spain. God, that was a long time ago. But they announced it and then they released two, like, I think they were technically like rehearsal videos, but they released one of You're in the Band and they released the second one of Stick It to the Man.
Ugh.
And it was Alex Brightman and the original cast of kids. And I watched those videos on repeat for like the whole week. It reignited my musical theatre phase a little bit
Yep.
because that was one of the periods where I was a little bit not as into it.
It's
But
it's fantastic.
my very long-winded point is the original cast of children in this show was so good and so iconic, and the little boy who played Zach, the
Oh,
guitarist,
so
he was
good.
so cool, and he has really cool like big afro-y hair, and yeah, he's just really cool. That's it. That's my
Second
rant.
TED Talk of the day.
Yeah,
Yeah. I wish that we'd have got this one. Speaking of children, Tyler, do you want to go on to your next one?
I do. But also Andrew Lloyd Webber, if you're holding it, please give it to us,
What are you doing?
please.
Anyway, speaking of children,
Speak,
Tyler.
speaking of children, this will be a quick one, but 13, as we established in our 13th episode, I like this musical a lot. Jess does not,
Eh.
because she is wrong and slanderous.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
So the reason I would love it if a pro shot of this musical existed, it isn't even necessarily because it's like I'm that desperate to see it, because like I'm pretty content just listening to the music. And I don't think the way it was staged was like particularly that exciting from what I can gather from like pictures and tiny clips of it. Because the only actual like content of the show are like 2-minute clips on YouTube.
Oh, the worst. I hate those.
Yeah. But the reason I think it should have been filmed was just because of what it did at the time, and it's still the only show that's done it. I still think it's really cool that this is the only Broadway show that has ever consisted of a cast and band solely made up of teenagers. And I feel like that's something that deserves to be documented. And it would be really cool to watch it now because we know there are famous people, Ariana Grande, in this cast, and there are people that exist who are big fans of the actors who got their start in this musical. It would be, it would be cool for those people to be able to watch this, and maybe inspiring.
Yeah, well, I was going to say that I think the thing with a pro shot is it does more than just give people who'd never got the chance to see it the chance to see it. But, like, it actively. These are the kind of things that get people into it. It get people thinking, I could do that. Because not everyone can afford to see the theatre. It's so expensive these days.
No, we'll be talking about that a lot in the future.
We will. We will. There is going to be an episode on that. Pro shots are so important, and one's for like 13, where you're then gonna have kids that age thinking, well, they've done it, I can do it. That's what it's about, you know. That's what pro shots are about. It's what theatre is about. Give us that. It was the perfect musical to show off in that sense.
Yeah.
The next one, which I'm not even joking, is like my villain origin story. Be More Chill. Right.
Yes.
For context, there is mild context for this. I got into Be More Chill about a year after it left Broadway and West End.
Mm-hmm.
I missed out on this by like about a year.
Yeah.
And I was gutted, absolutely gutted, because the music is fantastic. But this show is all about color, and it's all about, for people who don't know, it's basically a musical where a guy's trying to get cool and popular, and he implants a squip, a super, what is it? Super quantum unique Intel processor.
Mm-hmm.
That was sad. Um, into his brain that tells him what to do. Part of the songs. Fantastic. It's all very visual and it's very clever and it's such a good musical. And specifically, I have watched the musical via a non-legal shot, a bootleg. As you go along, as the script does what the script does, I'm not going to spoil it for you. He changes clothes and like the outfits and the costumes are so cool and the script is so cool and it's all very technical and it's so colourful and it's so fun. You don't get any of that in the album, and there's two albums already. I just wish that I could have seen it properly as a pro shot and I'd have access to that because it's the exact kind of show that would be great for this. What's next? So we've had School of Rock, we've had Hadestown and 13 and Be More Chill. We have so many more. There's 11 now because I had a Be More Chill halfway through this.
So, what number are we on?
We've done 1, 2, 3. You're on number 4.
Okay, cool. Number 4. Let's go. I'm going to talk to you all about a little show called Finding Neverland. So, Finding Neverland is a musical based off the 2004 film. It's a story all about J.M. Barrie. I really hope that's his name, because I was saying that off the top of my head.
Yeah, it is J.M. Barrie.
Yeah, this is the man who wrote Peter Pan, the original play, and it's about his interactions with a widow called Celia and her 4 young boys, and meeting this young family and like spending time with the children inspires him to write the play of Peter Pan, which goes on to be a really big success. I mean, if anyone's seen the film, like, you know how emotional and lovely the film is. It's really sweet. It's really sad at the end, but it's also very heartwarming. The musical is very much the same. It has music by Gary Barlow, who, if you're British and you're listening to this, you know who that is. For any of our listeners in the Philippines, Gary Barlow was in a boy band in the 90s, and he's a very famous singer-songwriter. It ran on Broadway for 17 months, so not the longest, but not the shortest. And there is a way to watch this, but it's not through a professional pro shot. And I think it's a musical that's really underrated. I think it's really beautiful. The soundtrack is really, really good. The way they do a lot of the staging is really clever. There's a big emphasis on like using your imagination and just like the wonder of, being a small child, and they bring that to life in a lot of the staging.
You just traumatized me because I didn't realize Will Schuester was in it.
Oh no, he was. Yeah, so
What's he doing?
the original off-Broadway actor for J.M. Barrie, who's the lead, was Jeremy Jordan. But
Oh my god, was it?
yeah, but when the show opened on Broadway, it was Matthew Morrison. Right, we're putting our Will Schuester feelings aside.
No, he's great. He is great.
He is really good in this role. And also shout out to the young actor who played Peter, who is the second to youngest son of Sylvia,
Ah, that makes
who's
sense.
obviously the namesake of Peter Pan.
Mhm.
It's, so J.M. Barrie, like, he connects with all of the children, but he particularly connects with Peter, and because Peter's kind of, he's very like, I don't know, he's very much like a realist, and he's quite cynical about the world and life in general, which is sad because he's only about 10. But he's really but he was, obviously devastated when his dad passed away, and it's left him
Mm.
like that. And he connects with J.M. Barrie, and Peter decides he wants to be a writer as well, and it kind of helps him, you know, realize that, life doesn't have to be sad. And he gets all inspired again. And he does the same thing for J.M. Barrie, and it's really sweet. And the young actor who played Peter in the Broadway production is fantastic. His name was his name is Aidan Gem, and he was really really good. He
What
d-
gem?
yeah, he does a duet with Matthew Morrison called "When Your Feet Don't Touch the Ground," and it's one of my favorite musical theatre songs ever. If you want to
What?
cry, go and listen to it.
Because I have two things for this. Number one,
Mhm.
I've listened to one song and it was a cover by Pentatonics because I loved it. I have
Yes, you
not
sent
heard
me.
this musical before, so we'll have to do an episode where you show it to me.
We will.
And number two is coming to West End in May.
Is it? Is it? Has it actually been
It
announced?
is scheduled to transfer to a London theatre with performances apparently coming in summer
Ooh.
2025. So maybe like June. It
Yeah, and I
it's
do remember it being announced. I think it was a year or two ago that it was finally coming. So hopefully it will, and hopefully it will have a pro shot.
Yeah, so when it does, when it gets a pro shot, just know that's what we did. We did that.
Yeah, we did that. You're welcome, Gary Barlow. That was yeah, that was my Finding Neverland
Mhm. TED Talk.
rant. Yeah.
I have another one in the form of Anastasia. Anastasia is so good. It's based off of the Disney film
Mhm.
by the same name. And it basically tells the tale of one of the Tsar's children who is apparently alive. And it's two con men who find a woman who looks a lot like the Princess Anastasia and convince her to take part in this con with them to get paid for finding her when they deliver her to her aunt. What happens is it is actually the Anastasia, and two of them fall in love, and it's beautiful. If you haven't seen the film, watch it. If you haven't heard the musical, listen to it
Mhm.
because it's brilliant. One of a dear friend of ours is very very into it, and when we
Yeah.
do the episode, she will be featuring. Um,
Which is good because I don't know how much I'd be able to say about it, except that it's good. And,
it's really good,
and I like the
but
music.
yeah, but basically this hosts like a lot of balls. It's got a lot of. It's a Disney film put onto the stage, so it's extravagant, and there are certain scenes in this, in a crowd of thousands, and one of the most famous memes that is coming, or that is currently circling on TikTok, if you are on the musical theatre scene, which is like when things come to a head. I'm not going to spoil it. I really, really don't want to spoil it. But it is in a song called Still slash The Neva Flows Reprise. It's the second to last song. It is a fantastic musical, and it was so good on stage. You have a look at any of the photos and it is outstanding. It doesn't have a pro shot. It's very easy to find a non-professional recording of Anastasia,
Mhm.
but in terms of the actual pro shot, there is none. There is none, and it is gutting because it is beautiful. The staging, the story, everything is stunning, and we are so missing out, so missing out, and I'm gutted about it
Yeah.
to this day. Yeah, that it was a very short TED talk because there isn't much to argue with. It should be on there. We should have a pro shop.
I agree.
The next one. This one's tricky actually because technically there is a pro shot and technically we've had and slash could watch the pro shot.
Yeah, but it's no longer available to watch, is it?
It is no, it's not. So let me tell you a story. Back in the ripe old year of 2017, Disney Plus hosted Newsies, the Broadway musical, starring Jeremy Jordan. It was fantastic, and I'll be honest with you, I did actually get to watch it when it came out. But not long after that, they took it down. They destroyed it. It's gone. You can no longer watch Newsies on Disney Plus. There is no longer a pro shot that you can easily watch. It's gone. Why? I don't know. Could I find out? Probably. Am I going to? No. Because that's not the point. It's not there anymore. I cannot watch it. It is not easily available, and when it was easily available, it was fantastic. This was the first time I really got into Newsies from this pro shot. And Santa Fe and The World Will Know, all of that is brilliant. And the recording is fantastic and the quality is amazing and it's Jeremy Jordan and it's not available. Why?
Criminal.
Disney
Plus are weird. They have Disney Plus original shows that they've taken off. Like, how does that make sense?
Yeah. To be fair, it said that it is available in some countries on Disney Plus.
Okay,
but
well,
it's not in the UK.
Yeah.
So
yeah, if you're in the UK, unfortunately.
Yeah. And on that, Newsies, the only place you can watch Newsies right now on Disney Plus is in the US. Which, unless, Tyler, you have anything you want to add about Newsies, is a very good transition to our next major issue.
What is our next issue?
Our next major issue is a pro shot being available only in the US.
Oh, is it my time?
It is yours. It is your time to shine. Get comfy, everybody. Tyler's going for a TED Talk.
Yeah. So, we are back.
Close your eyes. We're getting into it.
It's time. It's Jack Wolf time, everybody. So, we all know how fantastic the 2024 West End transfer of Next Normal was. Starring Casey Levy, Jamie Parker, Eleanor Worthington Cox, and Jack Wolf, and Trevor Dion Nicholas. Sorry, King. Almost forgot you. And Jack Africio as Best Boy Henry.
Oh, Best Boy Henry.
So, next, like this version of Next Normal, it was not only so anticipated because it took 15, I repeat, 15 years for this show to come from Broadway to the West End. That's a long time.
That is a very long time.
So people were really excited anyway. And when everyone realised that this cast were completely perfect, it got quite a cult following, I'd say. Like, I've genuinely seen people on social media who like went and saw this production probably like 20, 30 times in the short lifespan that it had in the West End, because it only ran between June and September.
Which is a travesty in of itself.
Yeah. Thankfully, someone somewhere realised that it was popular and a lot of people loved it and a lot of people were shouting for a cast recording. Which, other note, travesty, we still don't have that. But hopefully we will soon. So, someone somewhere realised this and they thought, oh, maybe we should preserve this production. So thankfully, it was recorded over a week in September. So professionally recorded, it is archived forever, thank God. What is not a happy thing is, so we finally got news about it, but the pro shot of Next Normal is only streaming exclusively in the US on PBS. It's not even streaming, it's just airing on PBS.
Yep.
in May 2025. No news about whether it's coming to the UK, whether it's going to be available to watch in the UK.
No, nothing at all. And no news as to whether it's just going to air on PBS once and disappear forever.
Which would be disgusting.
Which I wouldn't be surprised by with the current state of Proshots. I'm sorry, but it annoys me so much. It's a West End cast. It's a British cast. Yeah. Why? What?
Missed opportunity.
Give it to us. Just put it on, like, I don't know, YouTube for a day. I don't care.
Yeah, do that.
Put it on YouTube and I'll download it. Give it to me.
Or stream it into cinemas via National Theatre. You'll sell a lot of tickets.
I will buy all the tickets.
Yeah.
Mad. It's so baffling to me because me and you were both like, we were doing this podcast when it came out and it was announced.
Yeah.
And we were raging.
Yeah, we were. I will buy all the tickets and see it here. And then I'll buy all the tickets in Whitstable.
Yep.
And get the train to Whitstable and see it in Whitstable.
Yep. We'll swap around.
Yeah.
What we'll do is we'll buy the tickets to go and see it in Leicester Square in like the best cinema screen ever with the best sound. And Jack Wolf. We'll ask him if he wants to come.
Yeah. Imagine.
That'd be so funny. The fact that Next to Normal is not streaming to the UK, there has to be a licensing issue because like that baffles my brain as to why they haven't.
If we don't get access to this Pro Shop by the end of 2025, I'm going to. That's
I'm gonna DM Jack Wolf.
It's not his fault.
I know, but he can put me in the right DMs.
Yeah.
I would never DM you, Jack. That's mean. Baffling. It baffles my brain. Hopefully soon it will come to, I don't even care, just come to an easily accessible streaming service or a place that I can watch it without having to pay loads of money.
Yeah, I'll pay for any streaming service as long as it's on there.
Yeah, I just give it to us.
Thank you for my TED talk.
That wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, I'll be honest. I was expecting to sit here for about 3 hours.
No, I have I've restrained myself a little bit.
Fair.
Oh, also we get this Pro Shot, take the music, rip it out, put it on Spotify, give everyone that cast recording. Thank you very much. You've done it before. You've done it with Kinky Boots. You can do it with this.
Yep. You've done it. What was I listening to today? You did it with Oliver.
Yeah.
There's so many things that have done it. Give it. I think they probably will, to be honest. I can't see them. There's no reason why they wouldn't.
They better.
Unless the copyright's really weird, but like, I don't see why.
I need it to be in my entire Spotify Wrapped at the end of the year.
Yeah. We need that musical. I need it to offshoot all of the Beetlejuice I've been listening to.
On that, do you it's your turn, Jess.
It's my time to shine. Right. Strap in, everybody. I hope you're still comfortable.
Everyone,
you're not gonna be in a
maybe
minute.
get a glass of water, get a snack.
Yeah, get a snack other than corn nuts. May I suggest smoothie flavoured Skittles? They're very nice. Beetlejuice. Okay, based on the film Beetlejuice. Who'd have known? If I say it one more time, he shall appear. It basically stars a demon ghost guy who's a bit of a horrible man as he is trying to get seen and manipulate two recently deceased people, Adam and Barbara, and a recently moved in child called Lydia Dietz, who has moved into the house and is very sad that her mum has died. It's a significant departure from the original source material, and it's quite possibly my favourite musical of all time. I absolutely love this. I have been listening to it since it came out. It is amazing. Did I mention that Alex Brightman is Beetlejuice? Probably not. Did you expect it? Probably. Anyway, this musical is my Roman Empire. I love this musical. I think about it every day. we will be doing a whole episode on it because Tyler has not had the fortune of seeing it yet.
Yeah.
But brief bit of lore that we need here. Beetlejuice premiered on Broadway at the Winter Garden Theatre on April the 25th, 2019. Now, if you remember what happened very near that time, you know what happened in 2020. The show stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything stopped. Now, they were set to record a Proshots in 2020. It was all planned, it was all prepped. It did not happen because of this. And then, shout out to Hugh Jackman himself, stole the fucking theatre from them. I'm not even joking.
Oh, no.
Forced them into another theatre, completely upheaved everything that they'd done, which meant the Proshots did not happen. So COVID and Hugh Jackman are the reason that I did not get this. And I am raging. Beetlejuice, the whole point of it is I've watched God, I'm gonna get arrested if I keep saying it. I've watched a bootleg of this. It is no longer available, which makes me very upset because I was gonna show Tyler it, but I will find another one. I've watched, and I watched the final one of this. I watched the last performance that they ever did in this one. It's such a perfect combination of amazing staging. The house is beautiful. If you type in Beetlejuice Broadway and look at the staging, oh my god, it is so colourful and so fantastic. It's incredible. There's dance sequences. There is so much stuff. It's brilliant. Not only is the staging really good and the costumes amazing, but they do fucking close-up magic in this. They have flash paper. It's so clever because he's basically got to paint himself as a demon on stage. He removes his face, he removes his hair, he removes his... he has flash paper going on. There's full magic happening here. He comes through the table, through the fireplace, through the wall, through the floor. You don't get any of that because there isn't a fucking Proshots.
No.
And it irritates me to no end because we missed out on some serious stuff here and a seriously good show. But there is talk of Beetlejuice coming over to the West End. And there have been interviews in which the Mr. Brightman himself has explained that if he was asked to play Beetlejuice again in the West End, he would say yes.
Ooh.
I am not joking right now. I will give both of my kidneys to see that. Me and Tyler, and we will have a non-negotiable situation here. We will have a podcast episode on the shows that we will, I will fight someone to see. This is number one on my list.
Yeah.
If this comes to West End and Alex Brightman comes back, there is a full chance that we could get a Hadestown similar thing, where we could have the US lot, the original cast, probably apart from Lydia Dietz, that's a whole different thing we'll get into later, and re-record and give me this Proshots. It could happen, Tyler. It could happen.
I believe you.
I believe in Beetlejuice. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
That was quite beautiful.
Thank you. The next one that we're talking about is Dear Evan Hansen, because the film was crap, so we need a stage one.
The film ruined this poor show's reputation, and it didn't deserve that, regardless of how questionable you maybe think the writing is and how much you might hate Evan as a character.
Yeah.
This is still a really good show, in my opinion. And the music is fantastic, and I feel sad for everyone involved with the show that the film just tanked it completely. I wish it was still going in the West End because they had to close because of COVID and they never reopened. Special shout out to Sam Tutty, who was the only Evan, the only principal Evan for the entire nearly 2-year run in the West End, which is pretty insane.
This, the thing is, this is a really good example of a musical that doesn't have a perfect protagonist, and far from it. Because I'm sorry, but Evan he's a dick, and he's not. Yeah. It's not a very nice guy. We needed this, and They need that redemption. They need that proof of, hey, this is a good musical. When it came out, it went mental. People loved it, and like Tyler said, like you said, it died after the film, and we need a pro shot to be the lasting reputation of this musical.
Yeah, yeah, it deserves it.
Next one we have is Spring Awakening. I'm only saying it because I want to see Leah Michelle and Jonathan Groff in it. That's it. Because they did like a revival and it had Jack Wolf in it. You can put him in as well, it's fine.
I would like them to do what they did for the anniversary in London last year. They can have the original cast back, but can Jack Wolf be there as well? Thank you.
I would settle for just a pro shot of that concert. But it is, again, one of the most iconic musicals ever. Why is it not recorded? Why do we not have access to that anymore?
Yeah.
Right, last one. Isn't actually a musical. The last one is The Play That Goes Wrong. And the only reason I put this one down on here is because it's so funny. Like, I've seen Royal Variety performances of it and stuff. It is so funny. And I would love to see it in its entirety.
Yeah, I've never seen this as well, but I would also like to see it. It looks very, very fun.
It's hilarious. And it's one of those shows that, like, really utilizes its staging again. And to be able to watch it whenever you want. It's going to be one of those things that I know if it came out in a pro shot, I would watch it when I'm sad because it would just make me laugh every time.
Yeah.
And would start off all like the Peter Pan that goes wrong and all of the ones that they've done. I'd love to see them on there.
I agree.
Yeah. Right, those are all of our selected musicals. However,
if you have any, let us know.
Yeah, please do. Please do. At the Interval MT Pod on Instagram, please message us and say, or leave a comment on this Spotify podcast. We're going to leave the comments open this time. I've committed now.
Okay. Don't email us because the one time we emailed someone, the result wasn't great, so...
No, that's going to make people think that something really bad has happened. That's not true in the slightest. We emailed asking to see if they wanted to come in for an interview, and their entire musical shut down. So yeah. They've really tried to avoid us. Lastly, the last thing before you escape our lovely voices is I have a what is it? A Dragon's Den pitch. I have a little pitch, and I'm just gonna go into it. With all of those pro shots, there is genuinely nothing more frustrating. I'd really like to go and watch, I don't know, Frozen. That's on Disney Plus. Well, it will be on Disney Plus. I really want to go and watch Waitress. I don't even know where you can watch Waitress right now. You can watch it on Amazon.
Yep.
I really want to watch this musical. It's on Netflix. It's on YouTube. It's on some weird... I really want to watch Bonnie and Clyde. Brilliant. It's available. The pro shot's there. It's on its very own website. Sod that. Get it out of the way. What we need is a specific streaming service for pro shot musicals. I propose it be called Slime TV because slime tutorials is what they're called on YouTube. If you're looking, search that. I think we need a streaming service. We need Slime TV that can house every single living working pro shot in musical theatre history. I'm talking as far back as we can go in the archives at this point because they're all archived.
Yeah.
That way, everyone can look at them when they want to. They're all readily available. We can still pay a subscription fee, like in National Theatre at home and things like that. But they're all there. They're all in one place. Because I don't want to have to go and search where to watch Bonnie and Clyde. I don't want to have to know where... I don't want to have to go to the cinema to watch Six the Musical and then never see it again. I want to be able to access it whenever I please. And it can have a section there for interviews and behind the scenes and like set stuff and merchandise. Come on now. We should have a streaming service where we can purely watch pro shots.
Copyright The Interval MT 2025.
Yes. Yeah, please don't steal this from us. But I mean, If you do, just let us know and pay us.
Just getting my copyright in there for your idea.
Yeah, no, do it. That's my TED talk. We should have a streaming service for all of this stuff because it's and I'd be happy for it to house like soundtracks as well.
Yeah.
And it can have like a little section in there that's like you know how on all the other streaming services it goes, "Oh, if you liked this, you'll like this. Give me that and let me search specifically for Broadway/West End stars and actors. I want to look at all of them.
Show me everything Jack Wolf is in.
Show me everything. Not literally, that's inappropriate. Show me all those musicals. And we can have a little section at the bottom that's like, here's the TV shows and the films they've been in that aren't on this because they're not musicals. And then you can go and binge everything. I'm sorry, but this is the way. Slime TV, coming to a nowhere near you.
We'll be launching our Kickstarter campaign.
Oh my god, I'd love that. Thing is, though, it would be so tricky to do because you'd have to contact every single one individually, and there's like no way, like Waitress is gonna take itself off of Amazon money.
No.
Like it's just not reasonable. But if you're interested in making this, please DM us on Instagram at @theintervalmtpod. I would genuinely love to discuss it.
So now we've finished talking about musical Proshots. What are you holding space for this week?
So it sounds really like up my own arse. I don't mean it to be. I'm holding space specifically for the Forbes 30 under 30 Europe 2025 list, of which I appear under sports and games. For those who do not know me, I am the deputy editor of a website called Dexerto. Check it out. Give me clicks. And I am in there. I am on the list. It was wholeheartedly unexpected. And very, very cool. And probably the biggest achievement of my life. Which I'm laughing, but like that is a massive achievement.
It is.
So, Tyler, not themed, what are you holding space for?
Similar to last week, I want to hold space for a TV show. I want to hold space for Degrassi.
Ooh.
It's a Canadian teen drama, and I didn't realise it was on Amazon Prime because I originally watched it all through YouTube, which was fine, but a little bit annoying because there's lots of YouTube adverts. So now I'm watching that again through Prime, and it's really, really good. And there's 14 seasons, so I have a lot of it to keep me entertained.
I haven't seen it. Honestly, every time you hold space for something, I'm like, oh, I haven't seen that. Tyler's making my watch list expand quicker than I can watch it. And it would be even slower if we had Slime TV.
Degrassi's great. There's musical characters and musical episodes and school musicals. So
I'm down now. I'll have to put that on.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. What are we talking about next week, Tyler? Because this is your special interest.
Next week we are talking all about Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. This is the musical based off of the book of the same name by Rick Riordan. We're gonna go with that because I don't know how to Riordan. Sorry, Rick. This is one of my favourite book series ever. It got me back into reading about 3 years ago, and the musical adaptation is really cool. And it's currently running off West End, so we're going to talk all about it. And it's got quite an interesting story, like the way it was adapted as well.
Yeah, it's going to be very, very fun. We're going to go well in depth into it. And I can't wait. Come back next week to hear all about Percy Jackson. In the meantime, check out some illegal Proshots because there isn't any illegal ones.
Yeah.
May I recommend School of Rock? Very easy to find on YouTube.
Have fun.
Bye.